Hey, everybody. I wanted to jump in and make a couple of comments about some things going on. Some well known people meeting with the President elect of the United States, some other people disagreeing with their decision to do so. But then there's some people out there, some woke folk, who are calling folks names: Uncle Tom, Coon, and the like, mediocre Negroes. How's that? How arrogant that you would presume to pass judgment on the ethnic pride of a free man because he makes different choices than you do, because he has a different worldview than you do. Who gave you the authority to decide what was authentic and what was not? What was acceptable black behavior and what was not? What was acceptable black thought and what was not? On what mountaintop were you anointed? Who gave you the keys to Negro land and then the right to keep some folk out? You know, some of you woke folks, some of you folks calling names, some of you folks with a lot of stuff to say are filled with nothing but a lot of hot air. You don't do jack, but sit around, point fingers, criticize, and call names. Case in point. I sat on the state board of director for the California African American Museum for 10 years. Now, a few years ago, I contacted some of you, and you know exactly who you are. I contacted some of you and asked for a small donation to the museum. And in spite of the fact that we lived in the same neighborhood, that we'd worked together, that we knew the same people, that we'd worked and lived in the same circles for 25 years, you didn't know my name, never heard of me. You couldn't be bothered to support an institution dedicated to the collection, preservation, and exhibition of art and artifacts celebrating our culture, celebrating your culture. You couldn't be bothered to write a check for the amount of money that you had in your wallet. So miss me with the faux outrage. You know, some people out here trying to do something. This guy, who we all know who I'm talking about, has a foundation. He's helping young kids, fatherless kids. And then there you are, not doing squat, but you've got a whole lot to say about it. Well, listen, here's something. Do this for me. Until you roll up your sleeves, sit down and shut up.